This is just absolutely mint. What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode from Backyard Boys. If you guys are new to this channel, please lightly tap that subscribe button down below and don't forget to turn on your post notifications. In this episode, we are going to be painting the RS3. So by the end of this episode, this front end, I don't have the bumper, but I do have it. I'll put it on. This whole entire front end will be painted Nardo gray, and fingers crossed everything goes well. I told you guys about my little complaints and problems I had with painting. I can't paint at the house because I don't have a place to paint it that will, turn out pretty decent. I don't want to paint it inside the tent because simply not enough like room and ventilation, things like that. It's just gonna be way too complicated to get everything painted. But I just hit up a painter and he allowed us to film, and I'm actually very excited because I'm showing you guys the whole paint process, and it's gonna be professionally done inside of a booth. But before we do go down to the paint shop, we do need to install an intake, because if you guys saw in the previous episode, we were doing some launches and I didn't have an intake at that time. So maybe the intake might add some horsepower. What do you think? Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see about that. And then right after that, we're gonna go ahead and throw the front bumper on. We're gonna throw it on 2 screws and a couple of zip ties just so we can get it down the street to our painter and get this thing torn apart completely, get everything prepped up and painted. I'm super excited. Stay tuned. And if you guys do want to support the channel, please drop a like down below and let's get this video going. Anyways, guys, we're basically just slapping this bumper on as quick as we can because our painter is actually waiting for us already, and we got to drive to him a couple minutes. So we're almost done with throwing the zip ties on. That way we can have a quick disassembly and get straight to paint work. So there you go. So this is what it looks like. Man, the gaps actually sit pretty darn nice. We only have one hood hinge on this side because the rest of my parts for the car is coming tomorrow, including all my black trim pieces for the front bumper. So in theory, in the next episode, this whole entire thing is gonna be assembled. The intake is in and we are ready to rock. Sensors don't need to be painted, although I have them in my car with me. If we do get a perfect butt match, which I am crossing my fingers, we do get a perfect butt match. Why? Because the car is still brand new and the paint is brand new on the car. So we should, in theory, get a perfect butt match. But if not, then we're gonna have to blend doors, something like that maybe. We'll see, maybe do some spray outs or something, although I already did get the paint, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Wes will match the color perfect, and let's hop on in and get down to our paint shop. All right, guys, well, we are now here at the paint shop, and for those of you guys concerned on how do I drive the car with a black front end on the streets, I do have a trim permit and everything is on the vehicle for it to be legal. I got the headlights, I got the bumper on, everything is good. Guys, right now what we're gonna do is go ahead and strip everything off. We gotta pull the fenders off, the hood off, because we're painting inside out. We're cutting in the fenders and the grill is gonna come off over here. Basically, the steps of prepping the parts is we're gonna use a red Scotch-Brite. And the reason why we're using a red Scotch-Brite, because this has a factory coating on it already. And then when we red Scotch-Brite everything, we're gonna go ahead and lay some sealer, base, clear coat, and you will not see any scratches or anything. It will look literally like OEM, if not better, because we got a nice booth over here. So let's go ahead and start stripping everything apart, putting everything on stands and into the booth, and I'll catch you guys applying some sealer. Let's go. Alright guys, so we got all the parts in the booth right now. It's weird, it like echoes in here. I hope you guys can hear me pretty clear. But the booth is a downdraft booth and it's ventilated downwards. It's a little bit dirty right now, but it should be perfectly fine. This is gonna be much cleaner than a paint job that I would get at home any day of the week. Everything is dirty right now. It's got a bunch of fingerprints and from us scotch brightening. So right now what we're gonna do is clean everything off and then prep it out for paint. And then we're gonna get ready to apply sealer, and I'll show you guys all the footage on how that applies and everything I can get for you guys. So let's get these panels wiped off. you guys may be asking me, Tim, why aren't you painting this? You painted the M2, you painted the GTR. The reason why I'm actually not painting it right now is because, first of all, there's no room for mistakes. Second of all, the painter here, he paints every single day. His quality is top notch and almost no buff after. Like, there's a couple of nibs, but the orange peel, like the way the clear coat lays, the quality materials that I bought, everything is just so ideal. And for me to, it's just more worth it. I hope you guys understand. It's just more worth it for me to pay my painter and have him lay out the clear like glass and minimal dirt, and he knows everything basically. He's a painter. He's every single day, that's his job. So that's the reason why I'm not painting it. Otherwise, I would love to, and eventually on this channel, I am looking forward to getting my own booth or something set up to get paint work done. But guys, we have laid down some base coat over there, and it's kind of, you know, hard to see through these windows because they're very dirty, but the base coat is now laid down. We're gonna wait for that base coat to dry up. It is water paste, so it dries pretty quick with the blowers on it, and then after that we're gonna put some clear coat on it, and then we're gonna bake the booth. Right over here we have like a bake setup. We're gonna go ahead and bake the booth. It's gonna be at around 130 degrees for 25 minutes, I think. I think that's what the clear coat says. And then we're gonna go ahead and slightly, very lightly assemble the car, put the fenders on, put the hood on, and I'll show you guys. But before we do any of that, I will show you guys how we apply clear and the finished result after the bake. So let's go. All right, guys, remember just a couple minutes before I was telling you guys about me not painting, and the reason for that being is because with painting, you just really got to be on and consistent with it, and this is the reason why I would rather pay and have this paint job just turn out absolutely perfect. I just spit on it because it's so perfect. But anyways, dude, there's literally like one dirt nib and it's right there. Maybe one, two little ones. And the rest is just perfect. It's like a glass. Everything is phenomenal. The orange peel is laid out super even everywhere. I don't know if you can get at the camera, just kind of get it reflected with these lights over here. Man, it just looks brand new. The fender over here is just brand new. Like, it literally looks like it has never been painted before. Like, this is just absolutely mint. And that is the reason why, like I just said, I'd rather pay and get it done. Look at this bumper. Like, look at this. Bro, this is just insane. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, this is literally insane. I know a lot of people, like, buff all this stuff they get painted, but one thing I really dislike is buffing and I would rather pay and not buff all day. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of one of those things. So everything is painted. And one more thing we gotta do, guys, is check if these parts butt match to that door. That's, for me, that's one of the things that's always like, fingers crossed, hopefully this stuff matches up. And as you guys can tell, it is completely dry now. Our bake is over. This is dry to touch. Let's grab this fender, walk it over to the car, and see if it matches. I mean, it looks pretty clean, look at that. Looks pretty similar. Ooh, don't tell me, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and slide this on. Okay, I'm not looking yet, put a bolt in here. Just so it wouldn't fall off. This is always like, super like, oh, hopefully it matches up, And then put a bolt over here just so it doesn't slide off over here. No way. Let's step back. Dude. Let me get it. So the fender is a little bit floating, you know, it's not bolted up. But man, that color, guys, is insane. It's like a perfect match. I'm not sure if the camera is the camera picking it up? We won't really tell until we see on the computer. But guys, this is literally 100% match. Like, it's literally perfect. Bro, like, this is actually insane. Look at that. There's a gap, it's supposed to be pretty small. Oh my.
Even the orange peel looks like it's not even been painted.
Exactly, look at that. Look at that orange peel. Oh, that's me. That's my fingerprints. Look at that peel. The peel is literally identical. That's the thing. Bro, this is so exciting. I can't believe the RS3 is alive. Guys, one more, two more, three more episodes, maybe, or one more episode for it to be assembled, but 2 or 3 until we get on mods and, you know, we're gonna make this thing, give it some backyard boy love. You know how it is. We might have different wheels. We'll keep it at that for now. But let's go ahead and get everything assembled because we do gotta go home. I am happy, guys. This is, the moment of truth is always if that color matches, because if that color does not match, you got to repaint it or blend the doors, and then that's a whole another, you know, strip the belt molding, strip the mirror, you know, you got to do all that stuff, take off the handle, mask the whole entire car, and blend it onto the doors. But it matches literally 100% perfect. This is pretty rare, but I'm super pumped. Let's get this thing assembled. Bro, this color combo is just sick. Alright guys, well, as you guys saw just over there, we went ahead and put the whole entire front end on, and everything is on temporary. We do have a zip tie that's holding the bumper over here, a couple bolts, a couple screws. The gaps are not fully set, but guys, it is extremely late. We're tired, we gotta get home, and I'm gonna show you guys the whole paint work, everything tomorrow in some better lighting, I guess. So for now, make sure none of the tools are here, and none of the gaps are set. You know, you guys can see that it's just super, gaps are bad. But step back and just look at that color combo. This is just beautiful. It's just, oh my goodness, guys, this is insane. The color may look a little bit different right now because the fender's sitting higher in the hood, the fender's sticking out a little bit, all that stuff, but from the naked eye, man, this just looks amazing. It is totally Backyard Boys approved, and I simply just cannot wait to get all the grills, all the vents installed onto this front bumper. But guys, that is going to be in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys do like the color of this car, drop a like down below, comment down below what you guys think of this paint job. I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow in some better lighting and showing you guys the whole entire car. Catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, it is the next morning here, and man, last night we were completely toast. We probably had like a 15-16 hour work day because we worked our full day, and on top of that we had to go ahead and paint the RS3. Got all the parts prepped out, everything is just looking beautiful. Let's take a come take a closer look at this paint work. Guys, this paint work is actually like, dude, the reflection of the building is literally 100% OEM. Like, here's the reflection of my hand. Everything is just perfect, especially on a color like this, where reflection wise it's not the most reflective car, it's a flat color, but anyways, it still looks gorgeous. The fender, all this stuff right here, this color match is just perfect. It does look funny on camera, but please come look at it in person. And the reason why it looks funny is because it's not sitting where it needs to be. Like, the fender is sitting higher, it's sticking out right here. Once things get pushed in, like right here, you can tell that there's a big color difference because the fender is sitting much higher in the hood, and that can actually just give it a flop, and that flop will make it look different. But guys, in the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and assemble this whole entire beast. Hopefully, if we have all the parts. It is very complicated assembling a car like this, especially for those of you guys that are following the channel. You guys know that I bought this whole entire thing with the front end basically missing. I only had a couple of pieces. So it's hard to assemble everything and get everything in spec and find all the parts, especially on a new car where there's a ton of wiring, ton of piping, ton of plastics and things like that. But also, many of you guys were asking me about this windbreaker right over here, and this one here is not available just yet on the website, which is a little bit due to the COVID-19 situation as well. I do have a third-party merch website basically that deals with all my merch stuff because I simply can't handle all of that. And once again, I apologize for those of you guys that are ordering merch right now for the delays. I hope you guys can factor in the fact of COVID-19, and we're all in this together. We'll get through it. But yeah, that is that. The car is basically painted, and next episode we're gonna get it all assembled. But with all that being said, if you guys do want to support the channel, please drop a like down below. And if you guys do want any inside scoops, because I did post some sneak peeks of the RS3 paint work basically on my Instagram, so follow my Instagram down below at BYBTim. I will leave a link down below and the name right over here. With all that being said, you guys have a blessed rest of the day, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.